Hi everybody. So I have a special video, and this is a video for the UV laser. So I was playing a little bit. One of the customers sent me some settings that they were using, and I want to share that with you guys. So what we have here, I have my UV laser, and I'm gonna be playing with this soft touch pens. Now we did a jig. It's just on the website for a couple days already. So the difference on the regular ones that we have, the regular jig, is number one, this is all rounded, so the pen sits like perfect on the spot. Also, it has this notch here, so the pen can go any further. So when you put all these are all different colors, and these pens were sent actually by Mary. Mary, thank you so much for sending this, for playing, testing, and making sure that the jig works fine for you and for everyone. And the settings were from Catherine. She was playing with this before, apparently, in her fiber. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play with this. This also has a template. I have it on Library right now. Remember, once you put your template, you need to focus on top of the pens, and then make sure that your alignment is fine. You have the alignment fine. I'm using also our jig adapter for the fiber lasers that fits every laser from UV to fiber lasers, CO2, galvo lasers, and so on and so forth. So just put it there. It's nice and snug. And as you can see, let me show you really quick here. You see the pens there. So I can move the pens. See, they go one direction, but they won't go any other. So you have everything aligned perfectly. So here on the software, sorry about the light. All right, so I think I've set the camera in a better position. So I want to make a text, a really quick text first, and I'm gonna make it here, and I'm gonna say UV 5 watt test. Okay, so I have that. That one is going to go. I'm gonna use this for these settings. So what I'm gonna do in the settings, of course, is gonna be fill. Remember that we are gonna work on the UV laser. So for the settings here, I'm gonna set the speed. I'm gonna set it to 500 speed. I'm gonna set my frequency to 45. The QPulse, I'm gonna set it by 2, 1 pass, and lines I'm gonna use 400. That it will be 0.06, or probably 0.05 will be more accurate for what I want right now. 0.05. All right, now that we have these settings, I'm gonna scale this, and I'm gonna put it here. So all these are different colors. There's two that are the same color. I actually going to change them. I think I have a black one somewhere. I don't know if these ones are black. No, these are blue as well. So I'm gonna leave. I have two blues there. I'm gonna leave it. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to duplicate this all the way down. And before I forget, I'm gonna turn off these as output. I don't want these to actually work there. So I'm gonna copy, and I'm gonna paste this here. So that's fine for now. I'm gonna paste this here. All right. I should borrow my mouse the next time I want to do a video. is just a lot easier. There, and I'm gonna align after that all these to the lines, so I'm not losing my mind right now on where they are on the left. Alright, so now I want to select all these texts that I have here. I want to select these guys really quick, and just to ensure that they all align. Basically, I'm gonna move it all to the left. Then I'm gonna click this and move them here, so they all should be. Oh, there's one that I didn't move, I guess, or I put a space or something. This looks a little bit off, this guy. That's interesting. So let's see the position of this guy. Okay, so let's copy his position just to ensure this guy. Yeah, that guy is definitely not on the right spot. There we go. Another guy that is not in the right spot visually is this guy. There we go. Alright, so I have these guys basically set on what I want to be doing. For me right now, remember, it's important, your goggles. I'm gonna put my goggles on, and this is the look of me cold, about to laser something. Okay, I have the film extractor going. I focus my laser. So these guys are, as you can see, all aligned. This guy has a little thing out. There you go. And making sure that these were all aligned, and they all are aligned, I noticed that there is one, and be aware of that. This guy, the lines are actually a little higher than the rest. No idea why. But let's see what happens with this. So let's frame really quick. So this is where it's going. Seems to be on top of every single one. So now we are going to. So this one is a little fade, I guess, but maybe it's the color only. Let's send this to go. All right. All right. Now I want to flip the camera. I want to change the zoom and flip this camera. Okay, so I'm gonna put the camera here, and I want to show you what it did. So I'm gonna just wipe it really quick, take this out so I can see. Let's stop the framing. So in this guy, this was the one all the way to the bottom. So this is the results. So there is one part that is a little lighter in color than the rest, and I want to attribute that to a focus issue, but we're gonna play on that. The pink came out like this. Let's see if I can put it there for you. So not a big fan of the pink. Maybe we'll need another pass on that. So then we have another blue that it was more towards the center. This yellowish, it was a little bit down on my alignment, but that's okay. I didn't spend the time like I tell everyone to do it all the time. So here's another kind of a pinkish color. So this could be focus issue, honestly. Remember, I'm playing with the UV. I haven't done this before. Let me turn the air. Ooh, that's quiet. Okay, so here the orange is not the greatest. It was the one all the way to the top. It's not the greatest, honestly. You can barely see anything there. The green one, this is an interesting mark. Again, it's just a little bit fade marked, not too nice. This guy, this one was completely off focus. It was all the way at the end. So that affects definitely your focal area. But I want to do something here. I want to put this one in the middle. And I want to show you what I'm doing to put this one there. And I'm going to put just a text there. So let me change this for you. There, and I want to zoom in so you can see firsthand what is going on. So with this jig, you see the ends. So this base goes there, and this stops there, right? I'm gonna now just put it sideways. So I'm putting it sideways. See the clip, and you open up the clip a little, and you can turn it there sideways. So that one I want to do, and it's always going to be kind of the same level. So what I'm gonna do in this one, because I want to find my right settings for these guys, so I'm gonna select a couple of these ones and I'm going to erase them. Just erase the ones that I don't want really quick. And again, I need to bring my mouse more often to my shop. It's not like the shop is in the other side of town. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change a little bit the settings. So I want to frame this and see where it is. I hope you see it there. Let me change this part in here. There we go. So you see where this is. So what I'm gonna do with these settings now. So we had frequency 45, QPulse 2, speed 500, and we were using 0.05 for the line interval. This is in millimeters. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on the crosshatch, number one. Number two, I'm gonna lower my QPulse to 1, and I normally like to use 20 frequency. So I'm gonna go with that. And I'm gonna put my goggles. I'm not turning the film extraction because it's just one and it's supposed to be really quick, so I want to see how it goes. That was quick. I'm not gonna move it. I'm just gonna skip that. So this still needs to be better. So I'm not touching that. I'm not gonna move it. What I want to do here is I'm going to do a couple changes. Now the speed, 500. I'm gonna change my speed to 400. My QPulse is gonna be the same. I want to still do the same. I'm just slowing this. I'm gonna send it. There you go. And now that is this is what I like to see. Look at that finish. So just to make sure that this wasn't a fluke completely, I'm gonna grab another color and I'm gonna just put it whatever right now. I don't care much if you wanna put it there. So I'm gonna send this and see how it goes. And I just noticed that I burned on the wrong place. See? It needs to be here. I was distracted. Okay, let's see what he did. That color react differently, so we're gonna do the other two passes. Okay, I like this. So let's see, the green was probably the worst. I did engraving on the plastic. Hey, there we go. So I'm gonna do it here. I'm actually gonna turn it up here. And what I want to do is I'm going to change. This is sometimes the process that I go. So I have a crosshatch and I pass it twice. So I'm going to do 2 passes with crosshatch. So it's going to pass 4 times in different directions. And just because I know that it's doing this with a crosshatch, I'm going to turn off my crosshatch. This is just an experiment, okay? And I'm going to say I want 4 passes. And each pass has a 90-degree increment. And I'm gonna say, okay. So I'm gonna frame this to make sure that I'm in the right place. And I wanna send this. I wanna put my goggles back on. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what it did. So the green seems to be a bit more resilient to the laser. So that one didn't went all the way to the white that I got. So I'm gonna run it one more time, not touching it. 1 pass, 2 passes, 3, 4. All right, this went through completely. I don't know if you see it. It's not the prettiest. It's silver. That's for sure. You know, it went through, but the light color on the green doesn't help much. So I have here another of these ones. The blue ones, the dark blue, and I'm gonna run just the 4 passes on the blue. I want to see how it goes. All right, and this is just perfect. This is out of, look at that. Look at that contrast. I don't know if you guys see it there, but that for me works great. So color wise, the blue works very well. The green, it doesn't really work for me, the green, so I'm gonna say the green no. And I'll show you that in a minute. Let's run an orange on the UV. And let's see how these oranges do. Just put it in. I want to just throw it in there on a frame. So my settings again, I'm going to tell you I have 4 passes, 90 degrees increment. QPulse is in 1 nanosecond. My line interval is 0.05. Can be faster? Maybe. I'm using 400 speed right now with a 20 on frequency. Maybe it can be better. It's a matter of testing and trying more. So far, this setting worked for the blue ones. Mainly, I'm going to be doing blue ones, but I have all these colors and I want to show you how these work. So let's do the orange. Let's do the pink. Let's do the yellow. Let's try with the light blue. And this is the same color that we did. So now I'm curious with something on the yellow one. So I'm gonna give it a try here for you guys, because the color is so bright that you might don't want that much of the removal. So I'm gonna change my QPulse to 4 and I'm gonna give it a try. It still was a little bit too much. So I'm gonna do it now here. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do it there. So I want to put this here, and I'm gonna do a different test. I'm gonna change the speed to 700, and I'm gonna leave the nanoseconds on 1. So something that happened with this that is interesting, I changed the speed to make it faster so it doesn't burn through the rubber on the metal. But all the results that I'm having are a little bit bumpy, like it's burning, melting more than just marking. So it's a matter of trying. I haven't put a lot of thoughts about doing it that way. I want to give it one more try here. I'm gonna change in this one the pass count to 1. I'm gonna leave it line interval on 5. I'm gonna change the QPulse to about 10. And I'm gonna try to mark this in 1,000 millimeters per second, leaving my frequency on 20. I just want like a light black color. I don't want this melted. Okay, let's see how this feels. And that one actually doesn't feel too bad. This one right here, maybe passing it even a little faster, it will mark it, but it's a little light. So in my opinion, green is not great. Personally, I don't feel like green comes very nice on the UV with that. Maybe a lot more try and error, different font, different settings. Again, I'm kind of giving this for the first time, and I want you into my process to find the way. Different colors, different reactions with the laser, and that's well known. The light blue as well, doesn't matter if I did the 4 passes, it really didn't give us a nice mark. So these two light colors, as pretty as they are, I will probably do it on the diode F1 or even the F1 Ultra. So do it on the diode, put my jig in, open the studio and just do it there. It will work because the diode at that point kind of melt the material off and vaporize it. On the yellow color, so the yellow color was getting very decent on metal finish, but I was looking for something more like this, something a little on to the dark side. So I like this better than this, yeah, than the metal finish, but it's a preference. Orange was great, straight to the metal, no issues whatsoever. The purple one, same thing, perfect. The same setting that I use on the orange works on the purple, and that works great. That expedite my job. On the pink, and kind of a weird pink, pink and pinkish or lilac. So this one also doesn't have a great results on the engraving that you can see here. I will probably use a diode or the CO2. Maybe a regular fiber. Maybe the fiber will eat it easier and get into the metal. But I have a diode. I will use a diode. 10 watts should be plenty for this. This is the other pinkish. So with the 4 passes, that was still really quick. It did a decent job. Not super clean because probably the curvature and the text is kind of in the limit of the size, to be honest, but it's there. You can see it. It's not bad, really. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. So now this guy, boom. This guy is clean. Super easy. The 4 passes clean it perfectly. Just go to the metal. It's nice and shiny. And I tried in another one. This is the first that I tried without all these passes, only 2 passes, and was getting there, but not enough. And then we did, here's the other sample. This is the original test with the first settings, and this is the second test with the second settings. So the jig, I marked it, the jig, and I put UV test there. If you're not really worried about having a scripture on your jig, like in your machine, is absolutely fine. Nothing happens to the jig with that. It's just a mark. I'm gonna say that depending the color is the settings that you're gonna use. Personally, I like to have like a one setting for a specific material, no matter what color it is. So me personally, I'll probably stay away of these 2 colors unless I have to, and if I have to use them, until I have the time to play with the UV laser more on the soft touch pens, I will probably use my diode laser that it will give me quicker results on these specific colors. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys like it. I'm gonna put the links in the description below and the settings that I use for this test, and also the jig link. The jig is on our website, as well as the adapter, so you can use your fiber. You can use it on the F1 Ultra. You can use it on the UV laser. You can use it on your cone marker. You can use it on your D1 or your CO2. So As always, guys, thank you so much. If you like the content, give us a thumbs up. I'm freezing, so fire the laser. May use some wood.